This is Callum Smiles for Vox Populi, and today I want to highlight the growing issue of the two-tier Britain that we are living in today. However, despite that catchy slogan about how it's one rule for one and one rule for another, the issue of two-tier policing is not a new one. It's just something that we are now becoming more aware of as things seem to be becoming more ridiculous more often. So last week, British mother Lucy Connolly was denied her appeal by Lord Justice Holroyd to be released early from prison after she posted a drunk and regrettable tweet where she expressed an opinion after yet another deadly attack on innocent Brits by the Welsh-born Axel Rudakabana of Rwandan heritage. Her reaction came after Britain keeps importing third world men and becomes like a violent third world slum. However, Lord Justice Holroyd just halved the sentence of the Labour paedophile peer Lord Ahmed of Rotherham. Where to begin on this one? He was arrested and sentenced for rape and paedophilia. The reason many are outraged by her sentence is that in the UK we now have people who are above the law, who are paedophiles, and others who actually commit violent crimes who do less time, or in some cases, no time at all. Take Philip Schofield and Hugh Edwards for example. Once popular faces on British TV and known up and down the country. One appears to have groomed his lover from a very young age, and the other was found sending sexual selfies to another young boy. One paedophile even argued that he should get the same treatment as Hugh Edwards. A man who received child abuse images from the same source as Edwards was given a suspended sentence after arguing he should get the same treatment as the former BBC star. In December, Jack Davies was given a 12-month sentence, suspended for 2 years, after he pled guilty to the possession of Class A drugs and indecent images of children. The images were sent to him by the same man who sent pictures to Hugh Edwards. Then we have one domestic abuser who was given less than 2 years jail time. A man who was found to have been mentally, physically and emotionally abusive to a woman over a 3-year period and was given 21 months in prison, which was suspended for 2 years. Daniel Ashbrook pleaded guilty to controlling and coercive behaviour in November 2024. He was also handed a 10-year restraining order. In a statement, the woman said that she'd been so badly affected by his appalling behaviour, she doubted she would even be here today without her family's support. Then we have a doctor, a pillar of the community, found with child abuse images. That man was Mansour Khan, who was a top NHS consultant, a father of 4, and was found with more than 100 abhorrent and perverted images of children on his phone. Khan, however, was spared jail at his sentencing in 2023. He was handed 8 months, also suspended for 2 years. We have an actual rapist jailed for 18 months, a man who pleaded guilty to sexual assault and indecent exposure and was given an 18-month sentence. Would you like to guess the suspension time? Again, suspended for 2 years. That man was Nikhil Chopra, who was arrested after police were alerted to an assault in Swindon in September 2023 by members of the public who were concerned for a woman's safety. Chopra escaped immediate jail and was told to complete 55 days of rehabilitation, 43 days in a sex offending program, and ordered to pay only £187 victim surcharge. The lab technician convicted of terror offences who avoided a prison sentence, a man who was convicted of 7 charges of possessing terrorist information, was sentenced to 18 months in prison. Suspended for 2 years. In February 2024, 6 months before the disorder that followed the Southport killings, the event that led to Lucy Connolly being arrested for hurty words online, Charles Cannon, who was described as having a dangerous mindset, collected documents on how to make homemade explosives and weapons. he spoke enthusiastically of the stabbing of asylum seekers. A court heard how he repeated on many occasions anti-Semitic tropes and said he would kill when speaking about people of colour. A guide to making explosives was found on his mobile phone, and that is just mentioning a few on the list of people that should do a lot longer in jail than the likes of Lucy Connolly, and that list will continue to grow. So what do you think? Do you think the sentencing of Lucy Connolly is fair or harsh? Also, what do you make of the rule of law here in the United Kingdom? Do you think the police and law still serve to protect you? If so, head over to Vox Populi Media, where you can stay up to date with everything we are doing, and you can let us know in the comments exactly what you think about both Lucy's sentencing and those sentences that I just described to you there, and the many more that personally I think don't quite fit the crimes in which they committed. It's been Callum Smiles for Vox Populi, and I'll see you again soon.